this is something that I hear a lot. The idea that somehow one day, after a long amount of healing, you will reach some kind of perfect internal state. And the truth is that perfect internal state doesn't exist. It just doesn't. You're not stuck because you don't understand yourself. You're stuck because you're trying to think your way out of being human. This is something that I've noticed. No matter of self-awareness can help you with that. Most of the time, it's not because people lack self-awareness that they don't move or that they feel stuck. Most of the time, it's because they think they need to know more about themselves to start doing what they want to do, or to start making this move. It's the same with healing. It's just another thing that people use kind of like an excuse to justify their inaction. And it's not the case for everyone, but most of the time it is. The truth is, you don't need to fix your internal state to start living and to start acting and thinking that you need to reach some kind of higher state to finally have the life you want or to start acting towards it only keeps you stuck. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not saying you should stop learning, you should stop trying to understand yourself, or you should stop self-reflection. Because I do think self-awareness is not, there is no end to self-awareness. That's the thing. This is something that accompanies you all life. It's not just something that you do once and then that's it. And that's why trying to reach it will only keep you stuck. And this is the same for healing. Healing is not something that you do just once and then this is it. The thing is, when we try to take these things are as a destination, we don't focus on the action that we need to take. We only focus on this destination that we try to reach. And by doing this, we slowly lose that self-authority that allows us to actually focus on our decisions and our choices, the thing that we can do now. And this is something that I've noticed a lot. This is kind of a pattern in a lot of people. And reflecting, I've noticed that it was actually something that I've struggled with as well. So that's very enlightening to see how much we forget how to live, we forget how to be in the present and actually focus on what we can do now. And instead we only focus on that destination that we try to reach, whether it's that higher state or that higher life, when everything is happening in front of us. The present is there to live, not trying to understand it or try to think our way out of it, but instead just living it and being fully present. In the same way that that whole mindset of when I fix this, I will be happy, or when I get this, I will be fulfilled, or if I learn more, I will be able to do this. It only delays the whole process. It only delays the actions that we need to take now. This is such an important but hard lesson to learn. But once you realize it, everything starts to change, because you realize that nothing is more important than this process. The destination is not as important. And most of the time, we're not even sure that we're going to reach that destination. So why focus on it instead of the journey, the process? Self-awareness is a journey. Healing is a journey. Learning is a journey. And to really appreciate that journey, it's not waiting for that destination, but in focusing on the actions and the decision and the choices that we're taking now, in that moment. And finally, I wanted to add, this is something that I hear a lot in the coaching I do, the idea that somehow one day, after a long amount of healing, you will reach some kind of perfect internal state. And the truth is that perfect internal state doesn't exist. It just doesn't. So why focusing on trying to reach that state that actually doesn't even exist? Instead, we should be focusing on that moment and our current states, and instead of running away from feelings, actually going through it and feeling them. There's not going to be a time where feelings or your feelings are going to disappear. So it's important to learn to live with them and not always live in that constant state of trying to run from them. It's important to learn to live with them. And finally, this is my last point. Self-authority, and the reason I'm talking about it so much is that self-authority is that exact thing that allows you to live with the messiness of life, to live with the feelings that most of us or most people avoid. And finally, self-authority is not a reward in the end of some kind of transformation. It's something that is already within you, something that you can reach at any moment. And overall, it's just a reminder. It's reminding ourselves that we don't have to fix ourselves to live. We don't even have to understand life to live it. We just have to live it. And finally, it's not It's not once I'm healed or once I heal everything, then I will be perfect. It's learning to accept everything in life, every ups and downs, which will happen, and learning to move through it without being swayed away or without outsourcing your self-authority. And overall, self-authority is a state of being, nothing to remove, nothing to fix, nothing to do, simply letting things be while remaining focused on the things I can control. And accepting that there are things that I can't control. And this is all about that. Focusing on the things I can control, which are my decision and my choices and my actions. And that's what makes self-authority so powerful. So I hope that video helped you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.